Good day, learners! By the way, this is Sister Kumay Falapatan, a BS Ed Math student of Negros Oriental State University, Shaton Campus. Welcome to our new math learning topic about describing a mathematical system, focusing on defined and undefined terms. But before that, here is our objectives. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to first define mathematical system. Second is illustrate the need for an axiomatic structure of a mathematical system in general and in geometry in particular, which is defined and undefined terms. Last is value the importance and usefulness of axiomatic structure in real-life situation. So first, let's define what is mathematical system. A mathematical system is known as Euclidean geometry, attributed to Euclid by his own textbook entitled Elements. It is a structure formed from one or more set of undefined objects, various concepts which may or may not be defined, and a set of axioms relating this object and concept. So there are two parts of mathematical system. First is undefined, and second is defined terms. So let's define what is undefined terms. So undefined terms are the terms that cannot be defined, in which they have no exact definition. Instead of providing a definition, we resort to a description, illustration, or demonstration. So there are three types of undefined terms. First, points. Second, lines. And the last one is planes. When we say point, it has no exact definition. But once we draw a point, we know that it is a point, right? Yes, point is known for location. It has no size, width, length, and no depth. Just like, for example, the illustration. So there are points A, points B, and a point C. And when we say lines, it is a straight one-dimensional figure having no thickness and extending infinitely in both directions. So there are three subsets of lines. First is line segment, second is ray, third is the opposite ray. So when we say line segment, it is consists of two endpoints and all points are in between. And when we say ray, are the line that has one endpoint and his other side extend infinitely. And the opposite ray is a ray with a common endpoint but extending by the opposite direction. So the last part of undefined terms is plane. So when we say plane, it is a flat surface that extends the length and the width infinitely. It has a length and width but no thickness. Just like for the example, first is the board, carpet, and the notepad. Okay, so now let's move on to the defined terms. So when we say defined terms, it means terms that have a formal or exact definition. So I have here an illustration of an collinear and non-collinear points. So when we say collinear points, points that are lie on the same line where points A, B, and C are collinear points, while non-collinear points, points that do not lie on the same line. That's all for today's discussion, and I hope you've learned something new from me. Thank you. Bye-bye.